Hello and welcome to this stream live watch along for the Porto Ladies Open final. It's a battle of youth between Tereza Valentova from Czechia and Lanlana Tararudee from Thailand. Valentova is the third seed. She's just 18 years of age. But although she's young, she's got a lot of talent. Big things expected from her. She's just outside the top 100, currently at 129 in the world, although she was up at 118 just a few weeks ago. Tararudee is a bit older at 21, but another player with a lot of hopes for her, but maybe not as much as Valentova. Valentova has won the French Open junior title, and yeah, she's won the French Open junior title, and I think she was runner-up as well in the US Open at junior level. She's transitioned to the pros this year, and honestly, she's won an incredible number of matches. 79% of her matches at the pro level she's won this year, and on hard courts that's reached 82%. And actually it's more now that she's won these 4 matches here in Porto. The matches in Porto she's had, she hasn't dropped a set, and she's come through very comfortably, including wins over the 5th seed Gao at 6-love, 6-3 in the quarterfinal. A bit tougher for her against Sakatsumi, the Japanese player, in the semi-final, because it went to a tiebreak in the first set, but she came through that tiebreak 7-love, and then won the second set 6-1. Similarly for Tararudee though, she herself has also come through to the final without dropping a set. She she faced some decent players, Preston in the round of 16, a young Australian player, and a former top 50 player, Annalena Friedsam. She came through 6-3, 6-3 in the semi-final. So, yeah, both players. I mean, I saw the press conferences with each of the players beforehand, and it looked like both of them were relaxed and obviously feeling good about how they've done in this tournament, as you would expect. But they did seem very relaxed, and it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, definitely Valentova is the big favorite. She's the favorite because, just how much talent she's got, particularly in the backhand side. She has an excellent backhand, a lot of power, and that's going to be a shot that could be very important today. Valentova just has very good striking and a great ball that she hits, and that's going to be difficult for Tararudee. So she's got to expect that it's going to be difficult for Tararudee, though. She might have less power herself, but she has also a good backhand herself. She's got a very good backhand, and she is a good mover around the court. So that is going to be maybe important for her here. Is she going to be able to, defend well on the stretch? She's pretty good as well. We've talked about that backhand on the stretch. When she gets the opportunity, she has some good touches. She's got a good touch. If she gets forward into the forecourt, she might be able to use that. But it's going to be difficult, of course, for Tararudee. This is her first WTA 125 final. Valentova has actually just reached a WTA 125 final and recently and won one, and that was on clay. So excellent form from Valentova. Tararudee, though, she has won the majority of the finals that she's been in at pro level. And although she didn't win the last 2 Tararudee, she put up a good fight. And it should be said as well, last year at Hua tournament in her home country, she actually took a set of Paula Badoza. So she's played some good players and performed admirably, but the players have already started playing, and you can see that Valentova has just won the first point with Tararudee sending her backhand long. So Tararudee to serve in this first game here. And that would look like a pretty good service, but apparently it was the net, so she will take that first service again. It just clipped the net. but it could have been an ace, that one. Another let, so she will take another first service, Tararudee. Tararudee is one of two Thai players on the up at the moment. And she does send that serve, first serve down in the middle, down the tee, and it's an ace. So nice for her to get that point on the board just after going down love 15. Now 15 all. So Tararudee, yeah, along with Mananchaya Sawankau, who is actually up at about 100 in the world. Another excellent serve there from Tararudee, unreturned by Valentova. And certainly Valentova has got a lot to feel confident, and she did look very relaxed coming into this. But sometimes with tennis, I always think, you got to think about who's going to be more motivated to win this. I mean, there's no doubt that Valentova wants to win it. This is all new for her. But she's already won a title recently. And for Tararudee, Valentova just won that 125 title recently. For Tararudee, this is her first opportunity. And probably didn't have too much expectations about going all the way. But she's definitely going to be up for it. And that is a good chance. She hits that backhand and then finishes off with the drive volley. So Tararudee is on the board, first game, 1-love, and that looked like a pretty good start for her, I've got to say. Yeah, the Thai player, I mean, there's not been many Thai players for a while. I mean, we had Luxika Kumkum. She was on the women's side. She ended up getting, I think, up near the top 100 and playing some WTA events and doing pretty well as well in the doubles circuit. But now two young Thai players on the up, Tararudee and Sawanko. So that's got to be exciting for Thai tennis fans. I think Tararudee has worked with Paradorn Srishapan at his academy. Paradorn Srishapan is a former ATP top 10 player, reached as high as number 9 in the world. Valentova just taken her first serve, but it goes out. Second serve from Valentova. It is returned, but by Tararudee. Oh. And again, good start there from Tararudee, who takes the first point on the Valentova serve. It was that little short forehand that just went over the net. That was, maybe took Valentova by surprise there and allowed Tararudee to step in the court because the short ball came from Valentova and she finished it off easily. So, Valentova does get up though, 30-15. And there we've got the score on the board. Just long there from Valentova, so it's 30 all. Scoreboard there a little bit behind, so we'll see if we can get another scoreboard up there. First serve there. So it's 40-30 at the moment on the Valentova serve. It's been a pretty promising start for the Thai player, 40-30. So going to get a look at a second serve here. She does return well on the backhand side. Yeah, backhand is her strong side, Tararudee, and she does get it to juice. So pressure early on here on the Valentova serve. Perhaps something she's not really faced too much this tournament. She kind of breezed through, except from that first set in the semi-final. But then she even, once she got into that tiebreak, she dominated it and dominated the rest of the match. So she's been breezing through this week. Tararudee as well, actually, has come through without dropping a set. So she's feeling good about herself. There's definitely no pressure on her here. But also that more loopy forehand there from Tararudee. It's been looking okay, but she sends that forehand long. So it is Valentova that will get the first game point here. So advantage to Valentova, who is just 18 years of age. But that's another good return there from Tararudee. That allows her to get into this point and win that point. So she's back at juice now, and definitely key moments here early on in Porto. Porto Ladies Open. This is the WTA 125 event. So, and you can see the ease of power that Valentova has, but Tararudee is soaking it up well so far, and she's more than holding her own here in the rallies. Deep forehand there. Excellent ball striking from both players. Oh, and it's Valentova who went back up the line there with the forehand. I thought she might have got in, but it sends it out, and Tararudee has a break point advantage. Tararudee looking strong early on, it must be said. She's heavy underdog, especially if you look at the betting odds. Probably that was a bit lopsided in favor of Valentova, but Valentova definitely earned the label of being favorite with the form that she's brought this year, and that is a good serve out wide and finished off with a winner with the backhand 1-2 from Valentova. So beautifully dealt with, having faced that break point there. So we're back at juice. Yeah, going for it big there with Tararudee on the return. She's been returning pretty well so far, but she sends that one long. And it is advantage to Valentova. And the score is updated there, so she's already taken the game on the screen there. But yeah, and it was a big forehand that just draws the error from Tararudee. So one game all early on. And Tararudee did create some pressure. She had a break point. She couldn't take it. Valentova dealt with it well. So exciting match early on, it must be said. It's been competitive so far. You can see, though, that Valentova does have an extra level in terms of her ball striking, the power, the ease of power she's able to generate, particularly on the backhand, but also on the forehand as well. No doubt about that. And a second serve here from Tararudee. Oh, and that's a beautiful counter-punching forehand cross-court pass from Tararudee. It was a bit of a short ball that she left out, and Valentova correctly ran in and went for it, but it was Tararudee who read it, and that's a beautiful cross-court forehand pass there, you have to say, from Tararudee. Yeah, she's looking sharp. I mean, she does look like a player that hasn't lost a set all week, and she did say, and I saw a press conference that was there on YouTube, saying that she seems to love it here. She did actually reach the semi-finals when this tournament was an ITF 75 tournament. she got to the semi-finals last year, and then this year it's upgraded to a WTA 125 tournament, and she's made the final. So yeah, certainly conditions. She says she seems to enjoy just the tournament and the general surroundings and the way the tournament is. So that was Valentova all over that serve there. The second serve from Tararudee, very strong return, very big hitting to get on top of that, and deep hitting, giving Tararudee no time to breathe. And it's 15-30 on the Tararudee serve, so this is a big moment, you'd have to say, early on here. Next point will be either 15-40 or 30-all, obviously the big difference. And it's going to be a second serve for Tararudee as the first serve goes into the net and goes long. So now difficult time here for Tararudee. Second serve is returned well, and that ball is short from Tararudee. And she tries to go for the pass this time, but Valentova's there. Bit of 1-2 exchange. Cat and mouse at the net, but there it's Valentova who comes out on top, sending that volley as a winner, and Valentova is up 15-40 on Tararudee's serve. Yeah, Tararudee responding there, decent serve, and the forehand doing the work that allows her to come into the net and finish it off. So Tararudee saves one of those break points. And it is 30-40, Tararudee to serve now. Good serve down the tee, but it is returned. And she hits that forehand, the follow-up, deep, and Valentova cannot get it back within the court. So good save of break points there from 15-40. It's juice. Tararudee is looking pretty strong, you have to say, under some pressure early on and handling it, both players, actually. And that's good to see. Two young players, Valentova only 18, Tararudee just 21. Oh, and Valentova will be disappointed there with that return. She's, it was there to be taken, and she hits that into the net. So it's Tararudee who gets the advantage, and she will have a game point here. Of course, Valentova, is clear to be, another Czech player, so many good, talented players coming out of, Czechia. There always has been, but particularly in the women's side, it's incredible. And Tararudee doing wonderfully there, and she takes that game point, having faced 2 break points. Both players playing well. You got to say, Valentova as well in the previous game, she faced a break point, trouble there on the juice game, but Tararudee as well coming through strong. And this is what we like to see, 2 players going for it. And they look like 2 players that have played so well this week. And yeah, 2 players that probably absolutely deserve to be in this final. Tararudee going for her first ever WTA 125 title. And I think a chance, if she does win this match, to be up to a new career high ranking. Yeah, Tararudee has been as high as 166 in the WTA ranking. She's currently 187. As things stand, even if she loses this final, she'll be about 166 or so in the ranking, so near her career high. But yes, certainly if she does win this, she will be at a new career high ranking. And of course, regardless, for both of these players, important period coming up. Obviously, they're doing well now on a hard courts. The US Open, they're both going to be thinking about that. Valentova, in particular, and because she is very close to the top 100, so she will actually have well, she can't make the cut just now, but we've just had the US Open list out already, and probably she's going to be up too far, I would imagine, from making the main list directly, but it's not impossible. But both players, certainly, they're going to be in the qualifying tournament of the US Open, and yeah, they're going to be hoping to make that tournament for the first time. Both of them actually got to the final qualifying round at Wimbledon and lost, so both came close to getting through to their first major tournament. Wow, and that was a fantastic return there in the forehand side from Tararudee, a winner. She's been looking very strong on that side, especially on the return. And Valentova is facing love 30 at the moment. This is, again, pressure. And but that's a beautiful serve down the tee. Incredible power there. Beautiful timing. And that is 15-30. Valentova responding well. That is just a beautiful serve. You've got to say, if you're just joining, welcome to Tennis Asia TV. Sometimes we do these live streams. Got various other content talking about these players and others, interviews even with some players occasionally. So if you're just tuning in, like and subscribe. Good question, my cat Meek. Who wins? At the moment, it's difficult to call, but what I would say is that Tararudee is looking very strong, considering, you definitely make Valentova the favorite on paper, but Tararudee is looking very strong, and I think you're thinking an upset. I don't think it's such a bad call, because Tararudee is looking very relaxed, and Valentova, I think, is maybe looking a little bit below what she has been offering. I don't know if that's just some sort of nervousness, maybe, but I don't know. But that's a good serve. So she does save another break point. Two break points she faced there, and she's just saved them. So it's going to juice. And Valentova, they've both been under pressure early on, and they both dealt with it well. So it's a tough final, but it does look as if it's going to be closer than maybe you would have thought. Yeah, I mean, I agree with your comment there. Valentova does look a little bit flat. I mean, I don't know if she's. It's hard to say, that you'd be feeling much pressure as an 18-year-old. I mean, she's already won a 125 title this year, but perhaps maybe she's coming into this sort of feeling like maybe she should win, and you put that pressure on yourself, and you've got another player on the other side of the court who's playing really well. Tararudee is actually looking very solid. I mean, you can't really say she's put a foot wrong so far, really. Yeah, so, and it's a break point here. This is an excellent rally. Both players really going for it. Oh, it's finished, though, with Valentova, the backhand up the line. And that is a beautiful backhand. We talked about that. She got a great backhand. Just great timing. I mean, the backhand there, very tough to deal with that. Three-setter might be on the cards. Tararudee, she's won all of her finals but two before this, but the ones that she did lose, they were three-setters. So she's not coming into a final and done terrible. So, but that was like the chip return there, causing problems from Valentova. She comes in and sends that ball long. So Tararudee, she has a bit of she has a little bit of variety there that maybe can cause Valentova to lose a rhythm a little bit. I mean, there's been a few shots here and there like that. And she does have a bit of, touch and hands, good hands. Oh. Oh, that's the drop shot. Is that going to be? Oh, she does make it. Oh! Tararudee sprints to get that drop shot. She gets it back over. Valentova plays the ball, but Tararudee's there and reads it and finishes off with a volley winner. So it's 3-1 to Tararudee early on. And this is a great start, you have to say, for the 21-year-old from Thailand. Thailand, not had too many great tennis stars. I mean, but they've got a couple of young players on the women's side right now, and that is pretty exciting for them. And Tararudee, you have to say, has just looked really sharp. She's looked up for this, and she's looked the more relaxed player. I think Valentova's looking a little bit flat, a little bit frustrated. She's maybe wasn't quite expecting Tararudee to come out like this. And yeah, 15 love. That was a decent return from Valentova, and eventually she's able to win that point. So 15 all. Yeah, and it's Valentova, she's won so many matches this year, but it's still early in the match here. But obviously you can't win all the matches. I mean, we're not even the best to do that. So obviously both players are in the final here. They've earned it. That was a bit of luck there from Tararudee. She little drop shot there, but it just hits the tape and drops over. But she raises her hand to sort of acknowledge that was lucky. But 30-15 to Tararudee. My Amick says she's like the pride of Thailand tennis. You could say that. There's another Thai player, though, that's higher ranked than her, Sawankau. She's up near about 100 in the world. She's also just a little bit older, so they are both going to be probably, you have to say on this evidence, Tararudee as well, maybe getting into that top 100. And it was a decent serve and finish off. Ooh. So that was Tararudee just going big on the outside with that forehand. It just goes long, so it's 40-30, so she's got to be careful not to dig a hole for herself here. 40-30, just obviously after having broken. So it's going to be a second serve, so yeah, and there's the second serve returned well. Valentova didn't have to do too much, just step in and well placed on the cross court. So it's juice and perhaps a chance for Valentova to break back. Valentova, the third seed and higher ranked, despite being obviously the younger player, just 18. How many players are going to come through from the Czech Republic? Oh, that's a beautiful backhand up the line there from Tararudee. And, it's just good to see two players, well, particularly Tararudee today, just being able to go for it and make these balls under pressure. First serves in. Okay, but it is back to juice now after that rally. Yeah, certainly for Tararudee, I mean, there's not pressure here. She's obviously got to the final and she's clearly enjoying herself. There's no doubting, though, the talent from Valentova, though, as they in another rally. And actually, it's Tararudee who sends the backhand wide. Certainly, you could imagine this being a long match, a three-setter. It's a good first serve, though, but can she finish it off? Wow. Taking that on the rise, almost, that forehand, and then playing it into the far corner. That was well executed by Tararudee. Less power than her opponent, but just taking that early and taking Valentova by surprise. And when you place it like that, not too much you can do. And that's a good serve out wide. Is she going to finish it? Goes for the drop shot. And that was actually just enough. Valentova got there, but she couldn't get it over the net. And just switching up there. And I guess, you know, that little bit of unpredictability maybe going to work in Tararudee's favor today. Good first serve, and that is unreturned. So Tararudee holds on. Being under pressure, basically all of her service games, but she's dealt with it well. And at the moment, Tararudee is the one with the upper hand. 4-1 in this first set. So early on here, Tararudee is the one with the lead 4-1, just the one break against Valentova, the third seed. And perhaps an upset on the cards here. Yes, Valentova is the one that has the record of, I think now, 22 wins and 4 losses on hard courts this year. You know, which is a tremendous rate, well over 80%, 85% or so. And of course, Lanlana doesn't have as big as a win percentage as that. I think she's now 121 lost 10, so still a decent record on the hard courts. But of course, they've both, you know, come through very strong this week. Neither player having lost a set. So, and they've just started again. So, oh, it's Valentova who sends it wide, and I think Tararudee's maybe just surprising her in terms of like, because Valentova, she does have the bigger game and she has strong strokes, but Tararudee's able to get the balls back, and she's quick on her feet, and she's just playing. She's very sharp, and she's dealing with the most part with what Valentova is throwing at her, and maybe that's just Valentova's just hitting a few errors here and there, and that's partly because of Tararudee. Oh, yes. This time it's Valentova winning the little exchange at the net. And it has worked well. I mean, the Tararudee going for the drop shot there, but it's definitely, not the right shot there. I mean, it wasn't well executed. And obviously Valentova was able to get there in good time. So, oh, and that was a good sliding backhand up the line there. So Tararudee's pretty strong in that wing, talked about the backhand, and a decent athlete, you'd have to say. Oh, wow. Second serve there from Valentova, and Tararudee wasted no time going huge on that second serve return. Big forehand winner cross court. No nonsense there from Tararudee, and you can tell she is just feeling it today. And Valentova, I think, is a bit shell-shocked because she's won so many matches this year. And I'm assuming, the matches that she has lost have probably been to players, a lot of them would have been more experienced than Tararudee, but it's a huge moment here. Oh, yes, and Valentova is just stretching Tararudee, using the angles there and just having a bit too much power. Tararudee sprinting as fast as she can, but she can't get the ball back. And now it's 34-40, one of those break points saved. She did save 2 break points earlier and go on to hold, but then was eventually broken in her subsequent service game. She definitely doesn't want to go down 2 breaks. And that was well done from Valentova. She comes into the net, comes forward, and does end up finishing off with the volley. And Valentova takes it to deuce. So we're deuce, but it will be a second serve for Tararudee. Sorry, for Valentova. You're saying the wrong player's name. Okay. Well, we're in a rally here. Okay. Yeah, that was Tararudee again going for that drop shot. And again, it wasn't quite well executed enough. Earlier in the set, she's actually used that drop shot very effectively. But this time, that's 2 in a row now. It's not quite worked out for her. So maybe she needs to rein that in a little bit. I mean, she doesn't want to become too predictable. Obviously, Valentova is going to be expecting it a bit more. And it is Valentova who holds on. So decent hold from her. Having faced break points again, could have been a double break. Will Tararudee regret that? Obviously, yeah, maybe going to regret those drop shots that she went for. Obviously, maybe that's what she does need to do in terms of she's going to be out-muscled, from the back of the court a lot of the time by Valentova, who just has a much bigger game. On the other hand, you know, Tararudee has been soaking up pretty well, but, you know, that little bit of variety is maybe what she needs to get through this match, and it has worked well for her. But then she's pushed back in the court there. Deep balls there from Valentova, and it is love 15 on the Tararudee serve, with Tararudee leading 4-2. So can Valentova break back here? First serve goes long from Tararudee. Second serve. Let's see what Valentova is going to take it. But now we're in a rally here. The loopy forehand there from Tararudee, but it goes long this time. So it's love 30 now from, on the Tararudee serve, love 30. So big moments here. Can Valentova break back? Tararudee to serve. She does get it in, but that's just redirected up the line from Valentova, and that is a return winner there from her. Just lovely timing. Unfortunately, it was just in a nice position there for Valentova. So it's love 40. And yeah, Tararudee sends that backhand into the net, and it's a break back from, break to love from Valentova. So we're back on serve. Can she get back on top here? Tararudee almost went up a double break, and now she gets broken back. This is tennis. It's so tough. And sometimes, if you don't take your opportunities that you have, you can end up regretting it. Will Tararudee regret it, or will she create some more opportunities for herself? Valentova digging in deep there, and I think Tararudee will probably obviously regretting those, the forehand drop shots that she didn't quite execute well enough in that game when she could have went up a double break. And tennis can just come down to a few moments here or there in the match. So Valentova back here. She is the French Open junior champion. And she actually got to the second round after qualifying for the French Open this year. And she went out in the second round to Coco Gauff, of course. No shame in losing to Coco Gauff, who went all the way to win the title. Wow. Tararudee all over the place there. And honestly, I thought that Valentova, though, was going to come when she got that little shorter ball. I thought she was going to come out on top, but just really great play there from Tararudee, counter punching with that backhand, going back in behind her, passing Valentova up the line. And that is just well executed and good thinking on the spot from Tararudee. She just does look sharp today. So could she have a chance to break here again? She gets a second serve, but she sends that wide. Yeah, and that was the kicker there from Valentova. Just enough to disrupt Tararudee. 15-0. Okay, so second serve now, Valentova serving at 30-15. And yeah, that's Valentova comes out on top in that point. So 40-15. And this is huge moments here for Valentova. Obviously, she was down 4-1. And is she about to come back, though? Oh, but that's a double fault. And maybe the first of the match there. Yeah, first of the match. So not exactly a great time. She's now has a little half chance here for Tararudee if she wins this point to get it on the juice. And with Valentova, it seems good serve. It is returned though. Yeah, all about the backhand there. Mostly going cross court, but then a chance opens up. Valentova goes up the line with the backhand. And Tararudee hits the ball into the net. It's a powerful shot, that backhand. Very clean and good timing. So, on serve here. And it has been a very good final so far from Tararudee, but having had a chance, to maybe go up a double break, now to find it back at 4-all and on serve, she's maybe going to be. Is that going to be playing on her mind? But that wasn't a great return there from Valentova. So Tarudee's up at 15 love. Good first serve in. Honestly, both players playing great tennis at the moment. But it was just long there from Valentova, that backhand. Honestly, like another great rally, but Tararudee just coming out on top, 30 love. And I think the fans there at the centre court in Porto are, they're getting good entertainment here. Yeah. Excellent rallies there. Yeah, this is the Porto Ladies Open WTA 125 event. Very much a stepping stone for players to make their way to the main WTA tour. And Valentova, just that chip going way long, the chip return. So chance here, 2 game points for Tararudee, and although it seems one of them has gone. Yeah, it's such easy power there Valentova has. Obviously going to be difficult for Tararudee, but she's handled herself remarkably well. And Oh, and it is a little bit shaky there from Tararudee, and it's back to juice now. Huge moments here after having 2 game points. You got to say, you've got to feel that Tararudee really needs to hold on here, but we shall see. Oh, it clips the net. Yes, and it was Valentova eventually getting the chance, and she goes back in behind Tararudee to finish off the point, and it's advantage to Valentova, and this is a huge moment here. From 4-1 down, chance now to get the lead 5-4 and potentially, and then serve for the first set. Feels maybe a bit harsh for Tararudee if that were to happen, but because it has been a great match. But such is tennis, and she did have a couple of chances, as I said earlier, to go the double break. And that is a great serve there, though, for Tararudee to save that break point. And she's like that serve in some tight moments, actually. The serve down the tee, unreturned. But that serve goes out wide, and she has to take a second serve here at deuce. Oh, it's beautifully finished with the backhand, the 1-2. And you've got to say, both players, to be honest, I mean, backs against the wall, have done pretty well. And it's back to deuce. If you are watching and you're liking the content, please give it a like. Please give us a like or subscribe. Or like and subscribe, I should say. Oh, but it is returned, and that backhand goes into the net there. That error there. An unforced error from Tararudee, and it's a break point for Valentova. Let's see how Tararudee responds here, because she has been pretty good, but she goes big and that serve out wide, but it is out, and it's a second serve, and it looks like Valentova is going to take the break. Oh yeah, it's a double fault. So very unfortunate for Tararudee. Both players not having hit a double fault until those last 2 games, and obviously it's really at the worst moment there for Tararudee, and Valentova has come back from 4-1 down. Now it's 5-4. It's been a very competitive match. Feels a bit harsh for Tararudee, but still, Valentova's got to serve it out, and let's see if Tararudee can create pressure on her serve. I mean, she has so far created a lot of break points. So we'll see what happens here. Indeed, Lanlana has created 7 break points. Just got the 1 break, though. But certainly she can create an opportunity, perhaps, in this game. See the stats there. 2 out of 6 break points for Valentova. Overall, 40 points to 37 shows that, it has been a close match. And yeah, just Valentova just winning a few of the more important points, and that's been the difference. And Valentova showing why she is such a hot prospect. Oh, this is tremendous play. I mean, Tararudee, you've got to say, just reading the play so well, and eventually she wins that point at the net. Just instincts, reading the match, reading the game so well. And it's love 15 on the Valentova serve, and perhaps a little chance to break back. It wouldn't surprise me with the way this match has been. Second serve, though, it will be for Valentova. Oh, yes, and just a little bit too much power, Valentova, with that backhand, and Tararudee just can't get that one back over the net. 15-0. And we're locked in another engrossing rally. Yeah, a little bit of injection of pace on the backhand side there. And again, Tararudee struggling to get the ball over the net. So 30-15 to Valentova. Sorry, my commentary's a little bit behind the score there on your screen. So, this time it's Valentova with the error, though, that brought it to 30-all. Her sending that backhand that's been so effective. She sends it wide into the tram lines. I mean, just going really big there. But it will be a set point for Valentova. 40-30, good serve that Tararudee cannot return. And set point here. The 18-year-old from Czechia. She hasn't lost a set all week. Neither has Tararudee, but one of them is about to. The second serve there from Valentova. That's a great return, though, from Tararudee. She gets into the rally, though. Wow. Again, Tararudee coming in, wanting to come forward to the net. Valentova actually had a chance, and I thought she might get that pass, the backhand pass up the line, but it goes into the net. And, well, you have to say Tararudee being brave there and making things happen, and she gets the point there. So it's a deuce. And you have to say, it's not such a surprise that Tararudee's creating a bit of pressure here. But Valentova, good first serve that is just enough for her to finish off the point. Yeah, Valentova there, so she gets the advantage. Wayne's asking where you can watch the match. You can actually watch this on the WTA website. If you search for WTA Unlocked, you can watch a WTA, any WTA 125 events that serve return. It goes long, and it is Valentova who takes the first set 6-4. Big roar from her. Yes, she says. And 6-4 to Valentova. It has been a great first set of tennis. Unfortunate for Tararudee. Perhaps she could have gone on and taken that first set. She had a chance to go up 5-1 because she had a couple of break points when Valentova was serving at 1-4. But Valentova does hold, and then she does go on to break, and then she doesn't lose another game from then. It takes the first set 6-4. So, it's been close, and you maybe say it's a bit harsh for Tararudee to have lost 5 games in a row there, but that's just the way tennis is and the scoring system works. You got to take those most important points, but 6-4 it is to Valentova, and you have to say now it's a long way back for Tararudee, but she's fought well here. She's looking sharp, so she could definitely, maybe she can sneak a set here, but let's see. Of course, both players we want to make the US Open for the first time. This is a pretty good start to the summer hardcourt season. And yeah, 6-4 to Valentova. Yeah. No problem, Wayne. If you like the channel, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be putting more content about various players. And the second set has started with Tararudee serving. The young Thai player getting the first point, 15-love. Certainly doesn't look like she's going to give up the fight easily here, Tararudee. But of course, Valentova, clearly a massive talent. She'll be hoping to finish this one as soon as she can. Yeah, no real pressure for Tararudee. Nothing to lose, really. I mean, this is her first final at this level, biggest final of her career. Yep, so 30-15 and second serve now from Tararudee. But it was nice rally there. And eventually the ball goes out from Valentova. So 40-15. And, there's been some excellent rallies, to be honest. It's been a very watchable match. And I think the spectators will be feeling pretty happy about having gone down there to the centre court in Porto. And that's Tararudee takes the first game fairly comfortably. So good start for her. So this is the live watch along we're doing for Tereza Valentova versus Lanlana Tararudee. We'll be hoping to do more of these in the future. We sometimes do live watch alongs with Talking Tennis. Talking Tennis is another good channel, and sometimes I also host the live streams from there on this channel, where I and others will be doing live commentary on various matches. Okay, this is Tennis Asia TV, so usually with Asian players involved. This particular one involves a young Thai player, 21-year-old Tararudee. Yeah, and Valentova just getting a little bit lucky there with the ball dropping off the net cord onto the right side of the net for her. Yeah, and that was very nice there. So Tararudee going back in behind Valentova there with that forehand. And I think what she lacks in power relative to Valentova, she's made up for today in terms of her choice of shot selection and just sort of, being sharp, moving well, redirecting well, taking the ball early, coming into the net, using the drop shot, etc. Valentova much more just able to rely on her big baseline game to, stretch Tararudee and overpower her. Good return there. And we are in the rally. Oh, but it is Valentova. I was just mentioning her ground strokes, but she does hit a drop shot there from deep. Of course, Tararudee was far away at the other side of the court, but Valentova with an excellently well executed backhand drop shot that just drops nicely. And Tararudee is quick, but she's not quick enough to get there. It was almost like Valentova was saying, I'll show you I've got more than just ball bashing. Okay, so that was a second serve, though, that goes long there from Valentova. So it's 40-30. But it's Valentova who's able to, take the game. Yeah, the deep ball from her is enough to draw the error from Tararudee, who sends it long. So yeah, Tararudee to serve early at 1-0 in this second set. Yeah, 15 love. I think we can hear church bells in the background in Porto. It is Sunday, of course. Not something we hear often on the tennis court. Good first serve there down the tee again from Tararudee. She's been hitting those very well. Yeah. Good serving here from Tararudee. So She's up 40 love. And perhaps a chance for another fairly straightforward service hold for Tararudee. Yeah. Good serve out wide and then finished beautifully with the backhand up the line. Looking solid. And after that first set, which was so competitive, having a few simple service holds as we've had here, it must feel good. And we'll see. Perhaps Tararudee can create pressure in this next service game. You'd have to say from the tennis she's played so far that Tararudee probably deserves to maybe get a set out of this even if she doesn't win the match, and has been a very entertaining one. Yes, so here we are. Valentova to serve. Tararudee leading 2-1 early in this second set. And it was actually at this point in the first set that Tararudee did get the break. Yeah, Tararudee taking her chance to come in to the net, and she's felt very comfortable doing that, just finding the little short forehand angle, allowing her the time to come into the net and almost sent that little volley long, but it was just enough. And overall, those moves have worked very well for her. Yeah, but that was a first serve return sent long from Tararudee. So the decent first serve from Valentova. Valentova, though, with a chance to take the second game for her in this match, or in this set, I should say. And yeah, 40-15. And this would be another relatively simple service hold for Valentova. She does get it done here. It's going to be a second serve, though. And that's a superb return from Tararudee, going massive with that forehand return. And I suppose why not? It's actually worked very well for her. That's right in the corner. Textbook. And perhaps another chance for Tararudee to break, because she does get it to juice. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just Tararudee just making Valentova work. Not giving her easy ball, just moving her around. So back at juice. And it won't be such a simple service hold for Valentova this term. So let's see, can Tararudee get the break? Yes, that's Valentova's drop shot. Well executed with Tararudee quite far behind the baseline. And it just kind of died there. It was just not enough time there for Tararudee to get there. And a little bit of pressure for Valentova, but it looks like she's holding off any attempt from Tararudee to break. Yeah, and that's good hold. So the the serve unreturned there from Valentova. It's 2-all. So 2-all here. Yeah, Tararudee certainly not holding back, and a bit of frustration, I think, in some of her shots here. Some aggression in it. But if she does get a chance in this set, oh dear! So that was a drop shot there from Valentova that Tararudee got there in plenty of time, and she really should have finished that backhand. She sends it out. So is the level starting to drop a little bit? We'll see here. Yeah, well done there from Tararudee. Just Valentova having to hit the slice, but it goes long. I think Tararudee has, it's not been easy, with what Valentova throws at her, but she's just playing a smart match and just using what tools she has to outmaneuver Valentova when she can. Oh. But it is 30-all. It was another good rally, but it was Valentova who just got the opportunity to use that backhand up the line, which has been so effective. It really is a great shot of hers. And yeah, Valentova has that in her when she gets in a baseline exchange. If she is able to get on top and dominate. So Tarudee's got to be careful here. She's going to be on a second serve. And it was a decent enough return, but Tararudee is sharp to it. And she's hitting pretty well. Still hitting a very clean ball, and so she does have a gain point of 40-30, and feel like this is a tough moment because it does feel like Valentova is creating pressure. It was a decent first serve down the tee, but it was Valentova. Oh, it was the Tararudee sending that forehand long, and a few more errors sneaking in here. Not the kind of error she should be making. Don't know if she's perhaps feeling a little bit tired and the levels dropped a little bit. Yeah, it was it. Wasn't a bad serve, but it was a good return from Valentova, and Tararudee just can't get the ball over the net. So it is a break point here for Valentova. Wow. Of course, Valentova going for it big there on the winner, but it's goes into the net, and Tararudee is going to be very happy about that. It's back to deuce, and huge moments here, because I almost feel like Tararudee, if she gets broken here, then it's going to probably be Valentova who goes on to win this set and ultimately the match. And I think Tararudee really needs to not go down a break in this set if she's going to have a chance. So she's going to be the one to take the opportunity first. Yeah, big moments here, and it's going to be another break point for Valentova. Okay, and she's just another error there from Tararudee with the backhand into the net, and Valentova hitting really nicely, but I think Tararudee just a few more errors slipping in, and it's maybe hard for her to sustain the level. I mean, she has been playing so well. I mean, unlucky perhaps to go down in that first set in the way she did, but quite a big underdog coming into this match, Tararudee. But that is a beautiful serve out wide and backhand to save that like other break point. Back to deuce, and I have to say that's a good response. Both players able to hit some beautiful shots on that backhand side. Yeah, and another break, another point there for Tararudee. Perhaps she can save herself here and hold on in this game. Yeah, you do think that if she can hold on, she will have opportunities for sure to break again, and this time, and she's going to want to hope to do that and hold on, unlike in the first set. But it's actually Valentova who a bit of a delay here, because Valentova has to adjust her shoelaces. Not exactly ideal timing, is it? Tararudee just resting in the shade. Someone's come over to do her shoelaces for her. A member of staff there. So yeah. Okay, so back to the tennis. Was that the umpire? Was the umpire? Okay, so Tararudee to serve, and that first serve goes long. Is she going to be able to hold on here? Second serve, not ideal, but it will go to Juice. Monstrous return there. It does go into the rally, but it was, yeah, Valentova who comes out on top. I mean, another tremendous rally, it must be said. I mean, the Valentova ultimately coming out on top, and just amazing quality in her ball striking. And it's going to be difficult for Tararudee to come out and rise like that unless she uses a little bit of trickery, a little bit of ingenuity, something to mix it up. But it's going to be difficult when you're on the back foot like that. It's another service. Another first service because it was a let. The second serve it will be that was a fault. So it's going to be another breakpoint opportunity for Valentova. And this, you have to say, feels like a huge moment in the match. If Valentova gets this break, you maybe feel that she goes on and takes this match in straight sets. So, good first service from Tararudee. Oh, tremendous again at the net from Tararudee. Just the instincts. Perhaps a little bit risky coming forward, but yeah, she took that approach shot with the slice, but just reacts well at the net, and it works out well for her. I mean, it has worked out well. I don't know what the stats are in terms of net points won, but they must be pretty high for Tararudee. It is juice though, but it will be another break point though. I mean, that was again Valentova just all over the return and really being aggressive. You got to say it's good pressure there from Valentova. She knows probably this is a key moment as well. That was a good service from Tararudee down the tee. That's what's been our go-to. Oh, and again, it was just Tararudee quite risky. I think, she was going up the line there, taking the ball early with that forehand, and it dips, well placed just inside the line, and it's enough to draw the error from Valentova. So she's been playing well under pressure here, but again, is it going to be enough to hold on and actually hold serve? And Valentova all over that serve return. And yeah, just really aggressive and keeping that pressure. She gets another break point. Can she actually take the break this time, Valentova? A lot of come-ons she's been screaming, and she knows this is a big moment. And Tararudee under pressure here. And it looks like, again, returned well. Oh, she's going for the drop shot, but it was this time it doesn't work out for her. Maybe a little bit of desperation there from Tararudee, but it's Valentova who does take the break, and you have to say, yeah, good play from Valentova, keeping the pressure up, and you have to say it's probably, feeling like match over for Tararudee, but because Perhaps Tararudee, maybe she could get a break back. I think, though, if it went to tie break, I'd probably fancy Valentova, but still, it's at 3-2 on the Valentova serve in this second set, and it's been an entertaining match. You have to say Tarudee's fought very well. It's been very competitive. She was quite a big underdog coming into this, despite being the older player. I mean, Valentova just big potential. She's going to be in the top 100 very soon and beyond. French Open junior champion, US Open junior runner-up, and just absolutely killing it on the pro circuit this year. But yeah, it maybe felt like, some of the predictions, like 80% in favor of Valentova, but it's been a very competitive match. I think Tararudee, she would have had to have probably won those break points in the first set, and again this here, it was just good from Valentova though to keep up the pressure like that, and you can see why she's done so well. Now it's Tararudee, I think, is getting a little bit of treatment here from the physio, so we'll have a little bit of a break here. Overall, I mean, if we look at the stats here, yeah, 3 out of 11 break points for Valentova, 1 out of 7 for Tararudee. Although all those break points have come in the first set for Tararudee. Yeah, medical timeout just confirmed there by the umpire. Overall, you see points there, 65 points, 1 to 61 in favor of Valentova. And you have to say, yeah, it's been a close match, but it's those key points that make the difference. And that's what has led to Valentova being up a set and a break here. No doubt that Tararudee has held her own here. She's got promise for sure, Tararudee. Perhaps she is someone that can think about making that top 100 at some point. But and Tararudee, as I said before, she actually took a set of Paula Badoza last year in her home tournament. So she's obviously Badoza, a top 10 player, and that's an exceptional performance. But yeah, it's going to take perhaps a little bit more time for her than it will take for Valentova, who's basically pretty much at the edge of being in the top 100. And if we look at it now, Valentova, already having reached this final, looks to be up to around a new career high ranking. Her previous career high ranking was a 118. She's now in the live ranking at 114. But if she wins this title, yeah, she'll be getting up very close to the top 100, even if she doesn't actually break into that top 100. Yeah, she'll be around 105. Valentova, if she was to win, which looks likely at this moment in time, certainly. Of course, Tararudee now getting a medical timeout. I don't know if that will, is it too little too late, but we'll see. Tararudee, though, she's at 167 now in the live ranking, so that's just one spot below her career high. So, even if she loses, as looks likely at the moment, that's pretty good going, and then perhaps she can have a good hard court season now going into the US Open. Obviously, the US Open qualifying event coming up, which she should be playing at, and yeah, hoping to make her first major of her career. And Valentova will also be hoping to make the US Open main draw for the first time. She has already made a major this year at the French Open, coming through qualies, winning the first round there and losing out to Coco Gauff, who of course was the eventual French Open champion. So she's not lost many matches this year, and when she has, they've been decent players. I cannot show the match as I don't have the rights to do that. However, if you want to watch the match, you can watch on the WTA website, which is yeah, if you search for WTA Unlocked, you can watch it there. So yeah, it's just been a medical timeout here in the second set. Valentova up 3-2, a break. Tararudee getting the treatment, but it looks like she's back and we're ready to continue. It's Valentova who will serve. She's actually just getting her shoelaces adjusted again. I don't know what the huge problem is with her shoelaces, but she had an issue earlier. Yep, so we're back up and running. So they're Valentova about to serve the third seed, 18-year-old. And just a few games for her away from her second WTA 125 title. Still only 18, so that would obviously be a great achievement for her. And certainly one is going to be, let's be honest, going to be a mainstay on the WTA tour, and who knows how bit high she can go. But it's already very, very promising for her. She takes the first point of this game, 15-love. Tararudee has actually, played a great match, but it's just Valentova has been better in the key moments, and maybe after a slow start, she's been pretty dominant. Although perhaps dominant is maybe not the right word, because it has been such a close match, but she's been pretty showing a high level, Oh, that was a second serve going into the net. It was pretty poor one there. So double fault and 15-30 on the Valentova serve. So perhaps a little bit of a chance here for Tararudee. And you have to say that would be quite the turnaround. Oh, it's the ball goes long from Valentova. So it's going to be 15-40 on her serve. But can Tararudee actually take advantage here? Well, it looks like one of them break points has been saved. So but there will be another breakpoint chance. But Valentova is going to take it to deuce. Wow, it was Valentova trying to go back in behind with the forehand, but just poorly into the net. So it's another breakpoint opportunity for Tararudee. And frankly, it would be just what she needed. Obviously, having had that medical timeout, and going down a break. Obviously, a set and a break is not ideal, but it's going to be a second serve from Valentova, and let's see if she can actually take this break point. Tararudee, she gets that second serve. It's a decent return. Is she able to take advantage? Valentova's holding on well. Oh, yes, and it was both of them using the angles well in that backhand cross-court battle, and it was Valentova finding the short angle, and it was beautifully executed, and she will get up what's it, deuce, but she will get to the advantage, as you can see on the screen there. Oh, yeah. Another excellent rally there, but it was Tararudee who makes the error in the end. It's Valentova goes up 4-2, and you have to say it does look like that Valentova will go on and take this set. Unfortunately for Tararudee, another couple of break points that she cannot take. She's 1 out of 10 on break points today. Tararudee, 1 out of 10 there. You can see that here. Oh, nice backhand up the line there from Tararudee. So you got to say she's fitting well here. Obviously, maybe struggling a little bit physically, but that is a beautiful. Again, that backhand up the line from Valentova is such a great shot. It's been so effective today. Just great power and amazing timing there. Connects so well. an excellent talent, and you can see why she's been doing so well this year. Oh yeah, and it's the backhand again that just goes wide into tram lines from Tararudee. So yeah, it seems to be slipping away here. Just as the match has gone on, there's been a few more errors slipping in from Tararudee, and it's unfortunately for her, she's not been able to keep up the level. Because I mean, honestly, the first set was extremely entertaining, and some of the rallies in this second set as well, I have to admit. But she's just not been quite able to sustain it. Valentova really taking her opportunities, when she's had the chance, and just putting her foot down when she needed to. And it's a chance here now for Tararudee to go down a double break and for Valentova to serve for the match. Yeah, so Valentova, double fault there for Tararudee, and it's Valentova who will serve at 5-2. And yeah, I mean, it was a great match earlier on, and unfortunately for Tararudee, she just wasn't quite able to sustain the level that she'd had for most of the first set and into the beginning of the second set. And she really just, that first break that Valentova got, it just felt really crucial. It was a long one. Tararudee, was on the juices and had a bunch of advantages that she went and saved. But eventually Valentova took that, and it just felt like that was basically the match done there. And obviously Tararudee had her chances to break back there after that medical timeout, but Valentova dealt with it well, and ultimately she's more than deserved to be in this position in the match. And it's Valentova who will now serve at 5-2 for the match. Yeah, 5-2 here. So is it going to be simple here now for Valentova? Is she going to see out the match? Yep, so a decent return there, though, from Tararudee that gets up to 30-15. So perhaps a little chance we'll see, but Tereza Valentova, 18, so promising, and just another one of the many Czech players that there are in professional tennis, but particularly on the WTA side. Oh, that backhand error there from Tararudee, and just as the match has gone on, it's been more and more errors from her, but it's actually, it's difficult to keep up with the level that Valentova has. She's been having to find tricks up her sleeve and maybe go for a bit more that she normally would. But Tararudee, another decent return there, and perhaps, she's still fighting here. Perhaps a little chance to get some pressure on the Valentova service. She tries to serve out this match. It's 40-30. Can she do it? That's a good return. And it's a good rally here, but yeah, eventually, really nice hitting there from both players, but it was Tararudee with the error, the forehand going long. It is Valentova, Tereza Valentova, 18-year-old third seed, who gets the win 6-4, 6-2. Both players hug each other. Nice embrace at the net there. Great effort from Lanlana Tararudee, but it is the Czech player who gets the win, and it's more than deserved. Just incredible ball striking from her. Tararudee also made it exciting. She was a big underdog. You can see she had her opportunity. 1 out of 10 on break points there at Tararudee. Unfortunately for her, she just couldn't take some of those points. And maybe that would have extended this match longer, and she maybe would have been able to take this to 3 sets, if not win the match. But excellent play from Valentova. And you know, it's been some pretty exciting, you know, rallies in that match. So even though it was a straight set match, I feel, you know, it's always about an hour and 45 minutes long, or however long it took us. I mean, there was a bit of a break for the match timeout, but yeah. So from the perspective of Tararudee, this was her first WTA 125 title. She gets up to about 167 in the rankings, which is her just one below her career high. So, you know, good opportunities if she keeps playing like this. She's going to be, you know, moving up to new career highs and perhaps, you know, maybe qualifying for the US Open. But, you know, very entertaining play at times from both players. Tararudee having to mix things up a little bit, and you know, with her drop shots, her net play, and you know, sort of being able to take the ball early and sort of second guess Valentova. But Valentova in the end just is an incredible ball striker, and she showed some craft herself, you know, with a few drop shots here and there, but ultimately just able to overpower and outmaneuver, smother Tararudee at times. Yeah, and that backhand up the line executed so well many times, and it is an exciting prospect. 2 young players producing good final in Porto. Anyway, that's this match over, and that will bring the conclusion of this stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you are watching, I don't think anyone's, but if you haven't already, if you are there, just please like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. It's been a good one. Thank you.